Hey everybody, how's it going? I am hopping back into the Blitz pool. I'm on leechess.org, trying to play some fun and exciting games this morning, going up against Pasternak, who's a 24-46 rated opponent, playing the Sicilian, allowing me to play the Portsmouth Gambit. Let's go. D4 takes C4. And after this, we'll see if we can get one of these really fun lines. There's so many cool ways of playing this position. Expecting en passant, but he's thinking, so maybe we'll face something different today. I don't know, maybe he's just going to move his queen back. Most take en passant. You go here. Rook b1. This is the move I like. d5 was also possible. Also possible is just protecting your knight. And let's see which one of the variations we are going to be getting today. This is what I live for. Please, go ahead, take my knight. You take my knight, I go here. You gotta move your queen away, I play d5. You move your knight away, you're actually in a lot of trouble. That's why this particular opening works. So if they do move away, we'll get to demonstrate what all of the problems are. And otherwise, you're gonna play just some sort of normal developing move. Eagerly awaiting my opponent's decision here. Bro, I'm scared. Yo, let's hit him with a mwahaha. Mwahaha. We got him. Now he's scared. He doesn't know what's hitting him. Let's see what he comes up with here. I wonder if this is a viewer. I don't know. But yeah, this is good. We got him right where we want him. Striking fear in the heart of our opponents. Oh gosh, I'm choking with excitement. Let's see what's gonna happen. All right, great move, great move. Okay, so now we hit him with one of these. There's then, like, if bishop here, is it then that I come in? There's some sort of thing that I should know here, but I'm a bit out. Do I just go here maybe? Where does the queen actually go? Is this queen trapped? Wait, am I really bad or is this queen trapped? It's too early in the morning for this kind of stuff. This doesn't feel right. But wait, did I honestly just win his queen? This is not how this usually goes. But bishop to b4 is a common idea in these types of positions. So actually my opponent messed this up somewhere. Or am I missing something? Like, this just doesn't feel right. It can't be this easy, but there it is. Yo, crushing another opponent with the Portsmouth Gambit. And if you don't know this one, it's really a cool opening to try to play. If you play the Sicilian and your opponents play knight to c6, and let's break it down a little bit and try to understand what happened and what went wrong here, because b4 is a really cool move. And the first thing to know is that you almost always get the same position, at least at like a higher level, when you're playing against opponents, because my opponent decided to take with the pawn, but you can get to the same exact position even if they take with their knight. And the way that you get back to the position that we had in the game is you now play c3, you kick the knight back to c6, and then you follow up with pawn to d4. Now, usually opponents are going to be taking, you take this back, and since you are about ready to push forward in the center with the move pawn to d5, opponents are most often going to be playing here. And you can get back to our game position by taking, queen takes, knight to c3, and after queen to a5, here you can play rook to b1. d5 is actually more popular and possibly even slightly better. You also can protect your knight, but rook to b1, this would actually be our game position, where my opponent took and then put his queen here, which is actually totally fine. Now, the way that we got there in the game, of course, was that he took with a pawn. After d4 plays d5. Now when I take, he takes with a knight c4. He's able to take en passant, and we get back to where we started. Now, I like rook to b1 just because it's a little bit trickier. We'll turn this engine on now. I said -5 there for a second, but that's kind of an overreaction. And queen takes c3 is most popular, and it is very playable. Some people will try to avoid it and play some other just random developing move, which is also fine. If they don't take your knight, you play bishop to d2, and life continues. But if they do take, you play bishop to d2, and now the queen has to move over to a3, and this is when you can hit the opponent with d5. And you will notice, if you take a look at an engines, that it says that you cannot move the knight. However, the two most popular moves in the Lichess database, which account for a total of 62% 90% of all games are either knight to b8 or queen to d8, somewhere where they're moving the knight. Anywhere else loses a knight. But if they go here, this is the main trap, and I guess we should do it without the computer. But the way that you win this position, it's a really cool trap. You play queen to c2, defending this pawn, but more importantly, taking aim at this bishop. And the reason that this might be so good is that people are going to see that potentially this bishop is attacked. But now, instead of trying to win this queen, which some people would do, you run into this. Here's a little bit of an issue. Uh-oh, wait, did that defend it? Instead of being able to try to win this queen right away, because you can't, you play bishop to b5. And this pins this bishop and sets up this threat of bishop to b4. And most people here actually blunder. They play knight to f6, which not only lets you win the queen, but because this bishop is pinned, it also lets you deliver this checkmate. And a lot of people just fall for this. So there's this little trap that a lot of players are going to end up falling for. So that's why after d5, they can't move their knight away. So instead, my opponent decided to develop, which is totally normal. But now I took his knight, and I suspect that after takes, I played queen to c2, attacking this. But then their move, bishop to d7, it just loses. But this is also the most popular move. And it's over 50% of the time, opponents will play here and just get their queen trapped. So this is actually quite remarkable. So instead, what the opponent has to do, there's literally only one move, and it's queen to d6, bringing the queen all the way back to the defense, preventing this idea. And now you can see it's about equal. The game continues. And it's actually kind of remarkable because black is up 2 pawns, but the game is actually pretty equal. You're going to be able to, at some point, put this bishop here, find a good home for this guy, get castled, and black still has a long way from castling himself, so use your bishops here, get in active position. You have an amazing rook, an amazing queen. You got 2 really strong bishops and a knight that can help out, equal position. So if you like that, please subscribe to the channel for more Portsmouth Gambits, and I'll see you next time.